¿Qué pasa, mi raza? Welcome back to Los Fantasy Cuz Thursday Night Football Edition. Today with me, I got RoboCop Rob. I got San Eduardo Sanchez, and I got Gaviota Gabriel with us today. How's it going, guys? What's up?
What's good?
What
Let's go.
up?
Let's get it.
What up, familia? Let's do it again.
We're back. We're back, you guys. It's been a little while since the last episode, but that's okay because we still got a good amount of stuff to talk about today. We got some transfer rumors to talk about today, some Champions League final news that's happening this weekend. We got some Chivas news, some Liga MX final topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to go into some MLS, MLB, and we'll end it off with some NBA. So let's get right into it, you guys. Let's talk about some transfer rumors in the soccer world that I know there's been
Plenty of them.
so many rumors. Where do you guys even want to start? I'll let you guys choose where you guys want to start.
Any with the infamous Orange Devil, since he's not here right now.
I wish he was here because I know he would have a lot of information about his team if he was here. But we could still bring some subjects up.
Yeah, more players leaving than coming, right? I think it's more of like I hear Rashford he wants to go to Barca. So
I
how do you
heard
feel
actually
about that one,
too.
Eddie? How do you feel about that one, Eddie? You like him on the left wing?
Yeah, I'd take it, man. Honestly, for a good price. I mean, the other rumor is Edwin Diaz, I believe.
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm like, for the price that I've been seeing, I think I'd rather take Rashford and another player, but that's just me. And I mean, if we're being realistic, who knows if they even want to go for 85 million euro player.
For Rashford is 85 million, right?
No, for
No,
Diaz.
he's 40.
Oh.
Rashford is 40.
And Diaz is for 80 million.
Yeah, Rashford 80.
85 supposedly.
Rashford was 80, 85 maybe a year or two ago, Not anymore.
Yeah.
True.
Now you got they're gonna potentially get him on a discount and give him how they do any time they leave Manchester United, they do better. So we'll see.
Hopefully, I'll take it.
Bro.
Yeah.
That
That would suck And then how do you feel about Fabian? How do you feel about Bruno leaving to possibly Saudi?
That's what I was going to bring up, and I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a slight chance, dude, that I read that if the team, and they didn't say what team, but the team in Saudi Arabia, if they put up a lot of money, that's when Manchester United could maybe, think about it, but the chances of it happening, I think, are low.
I hear it's pretty interested. Like were pretty interested in the meeting, and then they're throwing at least 100 million to Man U, and then 200 mil to Bruno.
The way Manchester United is doing right now, that money could help them a lot too, because I saw that Man U was not going to renew contracts for Eriksen, Lindelof, Heaton, and Johnny Evans. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys right there that for sure they're not going to renew contracts.
Yeah, I know Eriksen's pretty solid, but as far as Lindelof and all those, I don't know. I guess, but and then también ya mandaron a Garnacho a la Bergs, right?
Garnacho, Chelsea has interest in him.
That's just rumors, though, or is there a good chance he's leaving?
Nah, that's just rumors. The only thing that we know for sure is that Manchester United told Garnacho that he can leave. They're giving him the open door.
I mean,
they basically did that.
Like Rob was saying, depending on what you are bringing back in, like if all these players are leaving, except for I would say maybe Bruno, like if you can make up for them, why not? But if it's just going out and nothing coming in, then that's not ideal.
Well, there's a lot of things that reporters are saying too, that because this season coming up, Manchester United is not going to be playing any European tournaments, that it's going to be hard to attract good players to play for Manchester United. So that's why Man U is like still aiming for Liam Delap from Ipswich too. They're trying to get him a forward that could help. I don't know who else I saw. A few other like the not so big young players that I saw that Man U's trying to get. But because of that reason, that they're not going to be playing European football this season coming up.
I
Only
heard
league.
Delap. I heard Delap was going to Chelsea, or he already got like basically we're running physicals and stuff on that.
Well, I heard too that Delap is got interest with Newcastle too.
So I mean I don't see him going to Man U at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he's going to want to go to a team that's going to be playing European football.
Yeah.
More than likely, yeah.
Who else? Arsenal. Arsenal's trying to make some moves. They're trying
Who
to
are
go
they
after.
getting?
No, they're trying to go after. I haven't announced anything official yet. Giorques, Isaac, Nico Williams, and even Rodrigo. Remember, I brought up that the Rodrigo interest is still there.
Rodrigo.
But Rodrigo is not leaving at this point.
He hasn't said anything with what's his name yet, with Xavi
Well,
Alonso.
Xabi Alonso already talked to him.
What did you hear, Gabby?
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere at the moment. I think Xabi Alonso wants to come in, see what he's got, and then go from there. I mean, there's no reason we don't have a replacement for him right now. Like,
Yeah,
why
true.
he's gonna sit
True.
on? And right now they're
Yeah,
kind
but
of focusing on the midfield and the defense.
Still,
what about
go ahead, Rob.
well, and then what about Florian Wirtz potentially going to Liverpool?
Dude, I read that. Yeah, that they interviewed his family, and they prefer to go to Liverpool than to go to Bayern. For I don't know what reason. I think either team would be pretty freaking good to go to.
They got loyalty somewhere, somewhere else.
Yeah. But it's
Loyalty.
crazy.
They don't want to. The loyalty don't lie with Bayern Munich.
That's weird. Maybe because I think if he were to go to Bayern, he would pair up good with Harry Kane. Maybe he doesn't want to pair up with Harry Kane.
Well, him with Musiala, I don't know where he probably demands the ball more. I don't know. They would have made a really good midfield, but at that point, Liverpool's like they got the nice midfield too with McAllister and Gravenberch too, right?
Yep, exactly.
So
There's
I bet
Liverpool. I think I saw too that they're gonna renegotiate with Salah and with the defender. What's his name?
Konate
And
or Van Dijk.
Van Dyke. That they're really close to re-signing their contracts for those two.
Well, I know that as far as any other ones that I know that you've heard for Madrid or anybody else, Gabi.
There's that kid. He's from. I think he's German. Tiene la nariz bien.
Angelo Stiller.
Yeah.
That fool, hey, they say the next cruise.
Ah, cabrón.
Have you seen him, Fabian?
No, I haven't.
Pobrecito.
I gotta look him up then.
So,
Damn.
Fabian, about that guy. So you know all the midfielders like Pedri and all these guys that are top midfielders. This Angelo Stiller had the most passes to it, like in advanced in the final third. All these like better metrics than all of them, and he's at 24, younger than 24. So that'd be a good pickup for Madrid for them to pick him up. So
I heard that.
underrated.
I heard that Real Madrid.
What league is that in?
Yeah, where's he from?
He's in the German league. We don't downplay other leagues, Eddie. We don't downplay leagues.
Well, I'm just asking. I mean, you just mentioned Pedri. I don't know, like
Only the red
strangely, that's the only player you mentioned.
No, there was like under 24. The best. I'm just naming the best midfielders. I'm giving him his flowers by saying he's one of the best midfielders under 24.
For sure.
I'm naming probably the best, right?
Oh yeah, the best.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
I saw that Real Madrid has some interest in Arsenal's defender Saliba too, because you know why, Rob?
Well, how he locked down fucking Mbappe during the Champions League or what?
Yeah, but also because Alaba is unlikely to resign.
Oh, I wouldn't want him to resign anyways.
That's I think they're
Yeah.
listening to us too. That or a lot of people are thinking the same thing. That Alaba, I think it's time for him to move on.
Yeah, he had no rhythm to the game at the end,
Yep.
Fucking looked broke. Looked broken.
Yeah, yeah. Where Real Madrid is still waiting for Carreras from Benfica too. It hasn't been officialized yet, but it's looking like it's at 99% that Carreras is coming over. Because also, in these next few days, we're gonna. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold is already for sure, but they just got to make it official and present him like
I thought they made it official today because I know they
the
spent like a certain amount. They were gonna get him free, but then they needed him for the World Cup, the Club World Cup.
so they spent so he could come over faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They
So
announced them today.
so
Right.
official. Hey, with Madrid, how do you like the move so far?
With everything that they've gone so far,
Yeah.
I like it. I think we need like one more player though, and I think Xabi Alonso is trying to see if he could get one more.
What does Eddie think? What does Eddie think? Do you feel like the kind of the moves if they've been bringing some like attention to you, or do you feel like they've can clash again?
Oh, for sure. Some good moves. I mean, obviously, we've seen teams like build these super teams, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. So, realistically, I mean, once we start seeing Xavi do his thing, but
Yeah.
uh, I mean, I'm excited. Like I've been saying for next season, we know that it's probably not going to go the same way. So I'm ready for that first Clásico.
I remember seeing a stat like a couple weeks ago. Like Real Madrid was like number, I think it was like 56
Mm-hmm.
in the world in investing in defense. So
Number
for like,
56 in the world.
I think like in the recent years,
Okay,
like they've only in their defense, they've only invested. It was like a very very low amount of money.
meaning that they've invested on offense way
They've
more.
invested everywhere else, but on their
Yeah.
defense, they've invested almost nothing. So like this time around, it's good that they're
Well,
getting
now because now it's showing.
Carreras. Yeah,
How many canteranos have like really come up through the ranks? Like realistically, is Carvajal one?
They-
I don't know.
I
They
think
got him
I
from
mean,
I
Carvajal.
think
Ramos
Sevilla.
obviously.
Ramos came from Sevilla.
Oh yeah, he did. No, never
Yeah, he
mind.
came from Sevilla.
Yeah, but Ramos is like how do I explain it? ¿De dónde vino el bofo? ¿De Pachuca?
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, in the sense of like you're saying they didn't spend money, so it's like where the hell? Like they're just finding these deals for.
Rudiger too. They got him free transfer. Got
He
him
was
on a
free.
free. They got him on a free.
Iker Casillas came up from the bottom.
Oh, but I'm not saying like in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. That was like in the last, I want to say
Oh,
3 or 4 years.
couple
maybe.
years.
Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
last
yeah.
couple years.
That they haven't
Like they
invested in
haven't
so many
invested
defenders.
on defense.
Well, now
Yeah,
it's
they haven't.
showing. It's showing now.
Well, like I keep bringing up, and that he thinks I do clickbait, but I know I wanted Lenny Yoro from the Manchester United ended up getting. I was hoping that they ended up getting him last year, but
Who's he?
fucking Eric.
El Diablo Naranja.
Diablo Naranja. Pinche Diablo Naranja.
I don't know. I might have to make a post of you and Rodrigo doing the Piqué and Neymar if he does leave.
Oh, that's right. No se
Se
va.
queda.
Se
Se
queda.
queda.
I thought he said va a quedar, but we'll see. Hey, we'll see. Hey, I'm excited to see what Xabi Alonso's got to do with this Madrid team. So
Me too. Me
we'll
too.
see. We'll see.
You know who Xavi Alonso's old team got? Did you guys see that?
The coach? Oh,
Bayern
Ten
Leverkusen?
Hag.
Ten
Ten
Hag.
Hag.
Ten
Ten
Hag is
Hag.
going to Bayer Leverkusen, and I think he said a few words the other day that he's trying to become like a winning team, just how Xavi Alonso left them. He wants to do better than them. He said.
Don't give that man money, bro. That fucking
No,
guy does not know how to spend.
No
on players.
manches.
Don't not give that full fucking blank check. And they're about to get money from selling Frimpong, selling Florian Wirtz, selling
Exactly.
everybody. Don't give that man fucking any any authorization on moves.
It's going to be crazy to see. Leverkusen was second place in the Bundesliga. Remember that. So it's going to be interesting to see them this next season with Ten Hag, to see them, maybe drop from second place, and everyone's going to be like, we told you so.
It was all shabby. It was all shabby.
There it is. The coach has a big impact on the team.
Yeah, I could see it.
Any other teams you guys want to talk about? I know City has some transfer rumors. I know, who else? Newcastle had a few.
Well, where's Ronaldo going?
That's the other rumor. What have you guys heard about that?
I heard that he's staying. That he stayed. He agreed today.
Staying at his team. What
Yeah,
are they called?
Al Nasser, I think.
Al Nasser. Because I saw that he had like the two teams that have like expressed a lot of interest are the Brazilian team Botafogo, that's coming to Seattle, and Neymar's ex team Al Hilal.
Al Hilal. Yeah, no, I heard that he was gonna. He was signing with him.
Yeah, but not just Botafogo. The other Brazilian teams too have expressed interest. Fluminense, Palmeiras, Botafogo.
So wait, he went back?
No, that they've just expressed interest. But Rob is saying
he's staying with Al Nassr.
I heard he's staying with Al Nasser.
Oh,
I wonder why.
Oh shit.
yeah, maybe there's the
Do
money.
you guys know when the last time he was in the United States?
Nah, do you know, Eddie?
2014.
When he was with Real Madrid and they came over?
Yes, sir.
yeah, he's got like some allegations or whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
Can't come in the States then, huh?
Well,
But-
that's the rumors. Who knows? Honestly, I mean, it just seems a little weird that he hasn't been over here in over 10 years.
And he does everything to not come here, huh?
Yeah. But, I mean, I think the soccer community would love to see Ronaldo in this FIFA Club World Cup for whatever team he plays with. It's just, whatever, if he were to come. Even Monterrey was a rumor, but nah, we know that's not going to happen.
I saw Monterrey and then I saw.
Oh, I heard Monterrey too.
Malaus.
No, but with Monterrey's new coach, I don't think it's going to
Compadre.
happen.
You wouldn't want him on the Sounders?
Nah.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Really, really,
Nah.
For the
That's
Club
not
World Cup?
that's not the type of vibes we go for over here.
really.
And,
Yeah.
and
No,
also,
you guys think I'm playing? I'm serious.
What if it brought you a championship and all that?
So there's certain things you don't do for your to break your morals, Rob.
I don't think our coach would do something like that.
No, I don't think you guys are gonna get him anyway. So
I mean, of course not, but I'm just saying I'll speak on behalf of the city and the team. We're good over here, champ.
We're good.
good over here, champ.
We can
Sounds
play
good.
against him. If he were to go to Botafogo, like I said, the Botafogo's in the Sounders group. So if for whatever miracle he ends up signing with them, if he signs with them, he'll be coming to Seattle. But the other ones,
Pues fierro, güey. Pues fierro, güey.
Hierro, compa. Al 100 andamos.
Yeah.
Just to bring up, the FIFA Club World Cup starts on June 14th. The first game is Miami versus Al Ali, which is the other Saudi team that's in this tournament. So Miami will be playing them in the first game of the tournament on June 14th. So yeah, that's when in a few weeks, that's when the FIFA Club World Cup will start.
Yep.
So we'll be paying attention to that.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah.
before that tournament starts, though, we got some big games coming up this weekend. PSG versus Inter, yeah, and LAFC versus America. Let's start with PSG versus Inter game. How do you guys feel about this game that's coming up? How you guys feel?
I'm hoping Inter takes this one.
Why?
They got an older team. They've kind of been around these last couple years doing their thing. When they made it to the final, what?
I was just gonna ask you. I know the answer, but when was the last time they won the Champions League?
I'm
It's
not sure.
been like 15 years.
Was
Yeah,
it Mourinho?
2010 with yeah, I think it was with Mourinho. The 2010 quad. Let me list off some players that were on that squad to see if you guys know some of them.
Oh, we know.
Zanetti on defense, Lucio, Materazzi, Wesley Schneider, Esteban Cambiaso, Samuel Eto'o, the brother of the new Chivas coach, Diego Milito. Pandev, I remember watching Pandev that season, was on fire. And they also had Balotelli playing in that squad when they won the Champions League. So, how do you guys know some of those players?
Lucio.
Shout out Eto.
Shit, Lucio on the center back. Fucking beast back there.
Lucio, and I think he also had Maicon. So, two big Brazilian players
Oh, my God.
playing
Yeah.
Maicon. And their goalie at the time was Toldo. It wasn't the other Brazilian keeper. It was a different. It was an Italian goalkeeper named Toldo.
But
Yeah.
they lost the final to Man City, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
a few
recently.
seasons ago. Yeah, recently.
Yeah, and then PSG also lost recently.
In 2020, Eddie, to Bayern. And that 2020 team had Kylian Mbappe. They had Neymar still. They had Di Maria. They had Verratti.
Messi wasn't on there yet.
No, Messi was gone in 2020 because I looked up their squad. And their goalie was Keylor Navas, too, in that one. So PSG had a good squad, dude, but Bayern had a better squad. I didn't look up their squad when they won that one. I just looked up the squads that the last time these two teams played a final.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think I've been saying PSG all year is like I think they're gonna finally take it, and it's gonna be crazy, the storyline without Mbappe the first year. So gonna be a huge storyline. So
do you guys think that if Dembele does good in this game, he'll be like up there for Ballon d'Or?
yeah, I think 100. He's the favorite. Other than that, then I would say either Rafinha or Yamal. You give it to possibly Dembele.
Yeah, I think if he wins, I think he'll take it. Even though there's still a lot to play with with the international stuff, but I mean that's like icing on the cake for him.
That you think he would be like the top guy after if he wins the Champions League? Like it'll be hard for Yamal and Rafinha to beat him. You guys think that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Yamal still has a chance with the was it the Nations League, but yeah, I mean, as far as I think yeah, if they win it, I think he's got it.
You too, Gabby. You think that?
That
That-
Inter's got it.
That if
No,
Dembele,
Dembele for the Ballon d'Or.
or do you think that
I'm
Yamal
I'm
and
a Real Madrid
Rafinha?
fan, but it would be cool to see a what is he 17?
Yeah, Yamal.
Like how cool would it be to see a 17-year-old win that?
Do you guys remember how old Messi was when he won it at his youngest? Was he like 19 or 20 years old when he won the first Ballon d'Or?
I think 20 now.
Yeah,
think it was
either
20
or 21, something like that.
So fuck, dude. Imagine Yamal at 17 beating his record.
Can't even buy a beer. No, not even vote.
I don't know, it's different over there.
Todavía quieren juzgar lo mismo.
Damn. For me, I would like to see Inter win this Champions League. It's always, I think, Eric one time was bringing it up that the way Inter plays or has been playing like this past season is like a style of soccer that is rare nowadays. Like they play their style of play is like more of the old school kind of soccer where they have really good defenders. They are really good at counterattacks. They have an amazing freaking goalie. And
Their freaking defenders score goals.
yup. And so I think Inter has a better chance if they play like they've been playing all season. They can, because PSG has some young players on there too that don't have a lot of experience. So that's the only thing I think Inter could beat them on that.
Wait, Barca doesn't play tomorrow? Oh, I'm just
Cabrón.
kidding.
Real doesn't play tomorrow too, right, Eddie?
I mean, I don't know. That's the Champions League guy right there. Apparently, his team is playing in a final in his head or something.
Cabrón. Cabrón, is that true, Rob?
Yeah, we set the lineup for tomorrow. We got him.
Well, you know who's
Hey,
team.
just fucking around, by the way. But any major injuries going into it, or is like I know Dembele was kind of hurt before.
I think the last thing I saw was everyone's good to go. Even El Toro Martinez is ready to go too.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're both fully loaded, so we see a good final. Low key.
Oh, there's another stat that I think I just remembered. The past 4 or 5 Champions League finals have been a 1-0.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that it could be a 1-0 game or maybe a 2-1 game.
Give us some goals.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Let's
Go.
start. Let's go with the predictions. Rob, what do you think the score is going to be? Who's going to win?
Sheesh. I think, I'm going to say Dembele gets a goal, 2-1. They end up winning tomorrow.
Awesome. Eddie, who do you think?
I'm predicting Inter to win as well. 2-1.
Dale. Gabby?
I'm predicting and I want Inter to win. I'm also going to go 2-1. I'm going to make it spicy. The first half is going to be 0-0. Two early goals in the second half. And then Inter's going to get the game winner at the end.
That's a good one.
Damn.
With
That's
a
a good
Thuram
plot.
header, with a Thuram fucking header, fucking
Yeah.
93rd
Yeah.
minute banger with the win.
Dang, El Compa saw the future.
Damn.
I just saw it.
It's because it's in his head. It's in his head. I say Inter wins 1-0. But the funny thing is that my brain is telling me Inter and my heart is telling me PSG. And have you ever heard the saying, Rob? Never bet with your heart, always bet with your head.
Yeah.
So my heart is saying PSG, but my head is saying Inter.
Same thing goes with fantasy drafts.
Oy, los cuz, pa' que escuchen.
Ooh.
Dang.
Pa' que escuchen los cuz out there, the new cuz. Like
Well,
Adrian.
yeah, you're
Carlos.
drafting and then you see one of your favorite players on your team just a little bit under, but you know the couple guys up above him are a bit better, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to take my guy for my team.
So
Never.
So the point is too for those cuz, steal Puka Nakua from Rob before he gets him.
Hey, whoever dropped Puka Nakua last year, thank God.
That was
Shout out
France.
to you.
That was France.
No, not France. It was fucking Adrian.
Oh,
Shout out. Hey, that's you know what? I will say, I normally don't like players from my own team. So, I usually don't like it. After Cooper Cup, one time he messed me up.
no more.
We don't mess with guys from my own team, so we don't.
It was
we don't-
rough because you're rooting for obviously for your team and then for the player, but sometimes or if you're playing against your player, you're like, fuck.
You're all hating on him, like fuck.
Eddie
Fuck this.
Eddie had DK Metcalf. Would you be willing to draft DK Metcalf again, Eddie?
I'm chilling on that one.
Let someone else take him.
Yeah.
Well, the other big game that is happening this weekend is the one that Gabby has on the back of his wall. You ready? You ready for this game, Gabby, or what?
We're fucking ready. We're excited. As a fan base, we're excited. It's a good opportunity. Probably one of the biggest games in our short history. The $10 million game.
Do you feel like it's a good form right now? You guys are in good form to play America after they just lost in the final?
We haven't lost in like 8 games, but we tied versus the last place team in the Western Conference, and we tied versus the last place team in the Eastern Conference.
But do you think that is
Both
it
away
because the
games.
players were like kind of taking it easy because they knew that this game was coming up?
Well, you don't take a Clásico easy. You have to go win that shit. So, going to Galaxy's house and tying,
Yeah.
whatever it is, what it is, and then we went to Montreal. We're down 2-0 in Montreal, and then came back to tie it 2-2. So, I mean, they're not giving up. So, that's good.
Good signs then. It's good
I
signs.
have I have major fucking FOMO right now because 3252 is having a banderazo and drums and flares and all the.
Yeah. Mira.
Anda.
It's
Chingazo.
lit.
Were they like, where you at, Gabby?
Fuck, man, my homies are like, you're gonna come down. I'm like, fuck, I can't.
Le están dando gas. No está dándole gas.
Both fan bases are hyped. I just saw a video of those.
The whatever they're called, the Porra of
I was gonna
America.
say something that I shouldn't have said live, but those guys over there, they're at their hotel right now, so it's hyped. FIFA kind of killed it a little bit.
With what?
They're trying to make it as neutral as possible. So the fans on this side were told that they're going to split the stadium in half. So the north end's going to be for one fan base, and the south end's going to be for another fan base. But regardless, like their fans are going to come in hard, right? They have a
Yep.
big fan base over there, and hopefully our people come in hard, and we'll see what happens, man. I mean, we haven't lost in 8 games. The last 2 games we've tied both of them. They weren't terrible.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we are at home technically, so
And it's to qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup, right?
yeah. I mean, whatever happened with Leon and all that, it's in the past, and now we're not gonna shy away from this opportunity and just be like, oh, fucking,
yeah.
we're here. So it is
Eddie,
what it is. I don't
what are
think we
your-
should play it, but
what are your thoughts, Eddie, on this game?
Honestly, regardless of if they split the stadium, I mean, I'd take that because you're playing at home, obviously. So I think it's
Yeah.
still something to try to take advantage of. It's not going to be easy, but I think they can do it, man. I mean, you just never know
We played them earlier
after
this year.
losing the final, like if they're going to come with the like hurt in a sense or like with
Hurt
the extra
mentality.
motivation. So
Yeah.
it could go either way, but I mean, fucking go at them. Go get them.
Yeah,
What
sleeping
do you-
in your own bed. That's fucking. It's gonna be a good advantage for them. At that point, I would say, I'm a hater of America or whatever. So
think-
I want to see them pull it out. I mean, I
You-
want to see LAFC pull it out,
Well,
bro.
you know what you want to see, Rob? You want to
what?
see justice. You want
What's
to
justice?
everyone or majority or a lot of people think LAFC should have gotten it automatically because they were runner up. They were the runner ups when they played Leon in the final. So to see a team like America just get, this easy pass, like go ahead and play this game to qualify for one of the biggest tournaments in history is some bull.
yeah, I don't think we should play this game. Obviously, as an LAFC fan and being the runner-up of that tournament versus Leon, we should have just got the automatic
That's what I'm
pass.
saying.
And I've already seen some interviews in Mexico where they're like, "Well, they shouldn't be there in the first place."
Exactly. So football should serve some justice on Saturday and let like the soccer gods give LAFC the win for the justice.
For justice, we're here for justice.
Por la
So, we'll see,
justicia,
man.
Rob.
We're here for justice.
We
Right.
played them earlier we played them in preseason. They were already in season form. It was our preseason game. I know it was a preseason game. Both teams put out like a mixture of starters and bench players. We beat them 2-0. Not that matters, but that should give us a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Hey, we've already played these guys earlier in the season. The young guys that played that game that we thought were our bench players are actually some of our starters now.
Which is the Salvadorian guy? What's his name?
Martinez and like Martinez,
Martinez.
like those cats.
Yeah, so they're in good form too to give them a good fight. So it's gonna be a good weekend, Rob, with some soccer.
It's gonna be on the zone for free.
Oh, shit, that's good to shout out to the cuz. Is it going to be on an app or
Well, if you can put the zone on your TV, then you should be able to watch it. If you have like a smart TV and you download the Zone app, you should
Screen
be able to
Mirror
watch it
and
on
Screen
the
Mirror
Zone
too?
the
Do you have
Zone
to
at
log in?
7:30. More. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question, but it's gonna be
But
on
it's
TUDN.
free.
It's free. It's free.
That's
There
good.
you
So
go.
you know
Ron.
what I'm thinking?
What?
I'm wondering if the Zone's gonna carry the Club World Cup.
I think I did see that, Eddie. Yeah, I think I saw some of the Sounders
Oh,
games are
yeah.
going to be on the zone.
Because I've been getting ads, actually, and I did see that, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
That's good to know because I don't have the Zone.
Yeah.
Well, I have something else, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what do you have?
No. Sabe.
we don't no free advertisements here, all right,
Cox
Eddie?
Internet?
yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, no free advertisements, okay?
Fierro Internet.
El Fierro.
That's funny. Well, let's talk about a little bit more about that team that's playing against LAFC. They played a final this weekend, and we need to bring it up because
It was beautiful, beautiful day.
they lost.
Shots fired.
They lost a final, which, like I was saying earlier, was justice served
Justicia? ¿Por qué?
by Toluca, beating America 2-0 this past Sunday, and beating them like pretty good too. Like they played well. Ex-Chivas players on there that played well, and they showed out. They ended up, winning on their home field in El Nemesio 10. So, what'd you guys think of that game?
I was with my boy Eddie. We were there. We were hanging out. We were kind of paying attention, kind of.
Kind
Little
of not
bit.
really. I just heard noises, and I'm like, I wonder what's going on inside there. Peaked. Well-deserved 1-0. Went
Penalty.
back, kicked it. Heard another noise, so I said, what's going on now?
Yeah.
You know what I heard, though? It was a lot of, like, I think babies do it a lot. Like, when they're hungry and they poop and stuff, like, crying. I heard a lot of crying. For a fan base that claims that Chivas fans do crying, I heard a lot of crying about a certain a PK in the first game. Because sabe que tanto. Ahora, aguántense. Y si quieren chillar, pues chillen. Porque that's all you got left for right now.
Karma.
With your stink ass.
Karma. Because that was a clear PK, dude. They showed it so many times, and the America defender got his ankle clearly.
Well,
Yeah,
clear
okay.
in the sense of a certain replay, right? Because they kept showing another replay where I think it looked like the defender might have got it first, but if you see the other side of it, the forward ended up poking it before the defender. But you know what's funny? Very, very similar play to the one they got against Cruz Azul in the final.
Yep.
Which that one was a lot more
Sketchy.
questionable, but who's
Sketchy.
gonna say
So
that other than
that's why I'm saying, Eddie, that's karma. That's what they get. Karma got them back. So
But-
that brings Toluca to 11 championships now, right?
Yep.
And is that put them in third place? So America has the most, and Chivas after that, and now Toluca is in third with most championships.
I believe so. And another one, that's another team that after 15 years they won
right.
it. So a little shout out for Inter to do it tomorrow.
That theory, I don't know if you guys saw that theory.
PSG's never won this shit.
that the others, that the birds are winning championship this season. Yeah, right. America's
Yeah,
the
they're
only
not-
birds to not win.
Same thing. The Seahawks ain't winning shit either.
No, that's a different type of bird, bruh.
Still bird, right?
Just wait. We got something for you. I'm gonna be smoking on that.
If
What do you call them? Lamb? The lamb
The
pack.
lamb, it's the lamb
Lamb.
chops.
if you guys haven't heard, in my TV subscription, I get the Mexican channels.
Yeah.
So I watched Martinoli do the ending. That shit was beautiful, man.
The ending of what the
The
final.
game, just of the game, like him narrating and like they were like filming him and he's
nice.
like into it. He's a Toluca fan,
Yeah.
so like this dude was just kind of going in, like just narrating, like you know how they do like the difference between narrations in the States and then versus the Spanish.
Yeah.
This dude was going in, dude. It was kind of
Good. After 15 years and to beat like a team like in America, like that's good. All the passion comes out.
It was almost like the dude. Remember when the dude was narrating the final of Argentina and he was Argentino and he was like in it. Like,
Oh, the guy
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Telemundo. The guy from
yeah.
Telemundo.
It was
Yeah.
like like this fool. Like, he's a Toluca fan, so he's like narrating the game like the
Yeah.
kiki and towards the end of the game, and then like when he yells it was kind of cool to watch.
It was hitting
Passion.
different.
It was hitting different because they had in the Mexican channels they have commercials and yada yada yada. They had
Bro, I was just telling Rob about that.
Oh,
Remember?
fuck that. Yeah, bro.
Oh my god. No,
goodness.
Gabby, I was about to bring it up right now.
What was
I
it?
literally some guy made a video. Bro, 97 ads in the first half via Televisa.
What
97.
the hell?
117 in the second half by TV Azteca. What is going on? And bro, it's not like little ads. Like they take up like this much of the screen sometimes.
80%.
Bro, I'm so distracted.
hell?
Like it's so annoying, bro. And
Yeah,
I
it
just
is.
start getting irritated. And
It
I'm
is.
just telling my uncle, like, bro, like change this shit, please.
That's
And then a lot of those-
ridiculous.
it kind of like brings down the narration because a lot of those dudes were good, and then like there's this big ass ad, but they had the screen of the game and then him on the side narrating the game towards the end, and it was dope because
That's
Oh, yeah,
badass.
yeah.
he was a Toluca fan and he was just
We'll
going,
accept that. We'll accept that one.
Dude, that's annoying as hell.
Yeah, that shit
dude.
was funny that Eddie literally called it out. He was talking about it. I'm like, it's true, bro. It's like you gotta want to watch it. You want to watch it somewhere else because it just fucking
You
always
don't
pops
see
up.
no ads.
Literally.
Bro.
And you would expect with that many ads and that much money that they throw in these ads that you would expect them to be like getting a lot more players or revenue, you know?
Yeah, I
So-
don't know about that one.
What's up with all that? What's up with all that?
Se pasan los guys.
So that game officially ended the season for Liga MX. Eddie, do you know when the season starts up again? Is it in August?
I believe it's the second week of July.
Damn,
Well,
so
it's already coming up.
that's like not enough. That's not a lot of
it's
time.
it's like 6 weeks.
I mean, it kind of, because ya se pasa el tiempo tan rápido, güey.
Yeah, exactly.
did,
And go ahead, Gary.
it's a Chivas question. Just finish up and then I'll ask it.
No, well, that leads us into our next segment because if it's 6 weeks away, go ahead.
Did this past season the Chivas go to Tijuana or did Tijuana go to Guadalajara?
I think they did go to TJ.
Oh, okay.
Why did you bring that up? What does that matter?
That's on my bucket list.
To go watch a Chivas game in
Go to
Tijuana?
TJ, yeah, because it's close.
That would be badass.
The schedule actually comes out next Wednesday, so before the next pod, we'll have the schedule.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
We'll have the next schedule, and we'll also have an official coach, right, Eddie?
I mean, we have them already.
Yup.
What do you
Finally.
What do you guys think about him? Because I don't have a lot of good feelings about him.
Well, I'm opposite.
What are you talking about?
Oh man, another Argentinian coming over.
What does that have to do with anything?
Bad vibes. That's it. What? Good
Bro, did
vi-
you watch his interview?
A
Like,
little
I'm so
bit.
confused right now.
I saw a little bit of his interview. Tell me what else did he
Bro,
say?
this is a side Rob trying to be funny and what, like, I don't know, I
About
don't
what?
know the vibes you're I don't know the vibes you're getting, Fabian, because the vibes that I got, this guy was up front. He spoke the truth. He literally, like, in a sense, brought up Gago. He referred to Matias Almeida in the sense that he wants to repeat the history that he created. And I don't know, from what I got, bro, it was all positive. Like, this guy's here to work. He literally said, while I'm with Chivas, I'm not going to consider any other offers, any other teams. Like, what else can you ask from someone, especially after this last idiot?
I mean,
you can feel how you feel. I'm just saying, from what I got, I got the opposite vibes. So you can speak on, I guess, why you're questioning.
because of the history of other coaches that have come in and kind of have said the same thing before too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but I don't know. Obviously I have a soft heart for this team, so it doesn't take much usually at the beginning of the season to start getting my hopes up. But I don't know, from what he said, like, I'm giving him a shot for sure.
What team did he come from? He came from a team in Argentina, didn't he?
Atlético Mineiro.
No, from Brazil.
Also from a Brazilian team. And how did he do over there? How did he do with that team?
I mean, not too bad. He made it to the final of Copa Libertadores, but they lost. But I don't know. Like I said, all I could take right now from him is his word. And, I mean, obviously let him do his thing. I feel like we've been in worse situations as far as, like, getting the coach and stuff, like, getting set up. Like, he's got 6 weeks. And, I mean, he doesn't plan on going anywhere, like I said. And everything he said to me spoke like, okay, this guy's here to fucking work.
I just hope he follows through then. And only time will tell. Only time will tell. And on my end, the time, just from my feelings, looks skeptical. And for me, it'll take more time for me to believe or to get to the point where you are at right now, Eddie. Like, it's going to take more time for me to get to where you are. That's all.
Like, you're right, bro. Like, I'm just a little shocked because, like I said, from what I saw, that's how I took it. And I think some people were trying to compare what Torrent was saying. I believe he's at Monterrey. Mm-hmm. And it was sort of like a little bit of a difference, where it's like if he would have came over here and said it, what he said over there might be we would have been in a different boat possibly.
Gotcha.
But
so I'm with Eddie on this one. I watched the interview and Jesus Bernal straight up asked him, "Yo, Gago left for his boyhood club or whatever. Are you gonna do the same?" You know those interviews when you're watching the interview and you wish you were in the interview asking the question?
That's because that was a prime question.
That's how I felt like, oh, ask this. I swear the media asked all the correct questions. They asked him twice the same question about him leaving.
But did he answer it as a politician, like not answering it but answering it, or like was it?
He answered it like, yo vengo aquí a trabajar, yo vengo aquí, tengo un contrato de 2 años, yo vengo aquí a hacer mis 2 años y más if I can. Like, obviously if those 2 years are good, then I want to stay more. I'm not. And then he said, I'm not going to use this for a jump. I'm not here for that. I'm here to work. I'm here. That's. He says, go look at my track record with my other clubs. Like, I've stayed within my contract, right? If it was bad and he got fired, so be it. Yeah. But I'm optimistic.
He gave props to Chivas too, saying that Chivas is like the biggest club in Mexico and stuff like that too.
Oh, good. So I don't know why you're hating then. Why are you making me?
It's the vibes, Rob. It's vibes.
I mean, I don't blame Fabian because before he got announced, obviously we're like questioning who's gonna come in and what they're gonna do after. I think we're all a little scarred in the sense of like, is he gonna stay? Is he gonna what's he actually gonna do? But to Gabby's point, that was what I think sold me. It was sort of like, I'm not here to use this as a stepping stone, which a lot of coaches don't say that, but they do see it as a stepping stone. Like, oh, I want to go to Europe or something. Like, this guy's here to work.
To put it on the resume.
Yeah,
ready to put them boats on the work.
I'm in the belief that, like, it's a new season. That's the dude that's gonna manage our team. We got to get behind him. We got to get behind our team. Let's see what he's got. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he runs a 3-4-3, which LAFC made me fall in love with the 3-4-3 the last couple of years. It's something different we haven't seen in Chivas. So we'll see. He talked about how he likes to have the ball. Yeah. So we'll see. We might see a different playing style, the new Chivas.
Well, he played at Barcelona with that Barcelona team that freaking made tiki-taka a thing also. I remember he was there. He was there in that era.
he likes to play offensively, which is a good sign for us. And the thought of maybe seeing two forwards, how long have we been sort of screaming that?
Ooh, bro.
Mm.
You know,
So much.
one thing that I love that he said, they asked him about Chicharito and Pulido, and he's like, I don't care, the best dude that's el que esté ready is gonna play.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I respect their playing history and everything they've done in their careers, but
But
el mejor va a jugar.
yeah,
I highly doubt. You know how we talk about always like the locker room and stuff. I highly doubt he's gonna let anyone try to like tell him how to run the squad.
No.
I don't see it, which is a good thing I believe in this sense because we need it, and everyone's got to get to work, bro. Like I don't think anyone's got a given spot. Like they're gonna have to earn it, and that sort of goes into a little bit of the next, which is like the incoming guys, which
players.
I think are gonna help his system. Hopefully,
Oh yeah.
When did Efrain Alvarez get announced? Today or yesterday?
Well, he got there today.
not announced. He just got to Guadalajara probably to sign. He'll probably do the physical and whatnot tomorrow, and we'll see how quick they turn around the announcement. But I think by the weekend they'll officially announce him.
And tell me again, Gabby, what he said in that interview at the airport because I didn't really see it.
Who Efrain? Oh, he was
Yeah.
just saying how he's happy and it's like a family dream and to be
Y
there.
es un gran reto, I believe.
And you know what's fucking cool about it is that like, we're getting a dude that wants to be there.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this guy wants to be there. You know, he comes, his family, they're Chivas fan. Supposedly there's a rumor that the Marranos wanted him, but he said, no, I'm good. I'm going to Chivas, and here we are.
Yeah.
That's the type of players we want.
It's a guy that's,
Seleccionado.
it's a guy that's
Awesome.
going to bleed and do everything for the school. Like, that's the type of dudes that we want.
Yeah.
What other players have you guys heard about? Like I know Nene Beltran has been rumors of going to León, and
El Pocho.
El Pocho also going back to Pachuca.
Jukes.
Yeah, so what they're saying, the supposed rumor is that we're going to get Brian Gonzalez La Cotorra, which is a left back for Pachuca, after the Club World Cup participation.
Okay.
And essentially, it's almost like a 3-for-1 in the sense of they're also letting, I think we mentioned Jose Castillo as a loan to go play the Club World Cup. But essentially, Club Pachuca, or Grupo Pachuca, they call it, which is either León or Pachuca, would get El Pocho back and Beltran. And what they do with them is up to them. But
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if there's
but
a
Nene Beltran has been showing up to like the physical and stuff.
yeah, there's rumors right now that he might be like trying to stall it because I don't know, I don't know if it's the money or what it is exactly, but there's a little rumor right now about that.
Any other players, Gabby, that you've heard of that Chivas are trying to get?
So remember last week I was saying like two defenders, a midfielder, and then like a center back. Well, we got our midfielder, Efrain Alvarez, and then my compadre was saying Brian Gonzalez. Ledesma's kind of already in set, but he can't do anything until after July 1st, which is when his contract is done over there
Gotcha.
with PSG. But he's a free agent, and
He's
then
got his passport and whatnot, so he's ready to go.
the center back that we're waiting on is Jose Juan Purata from Tigres, and he's a free agent, but Chivas made their offer and Tigres made their offer.
Oh,
So he's got a
gotcha.
decision to make within the next 24 hours, 48 hours, they were saying. So
Young guy? Is he a young guy?
I think he's like 25.
Yeah, it's not
Center
bad.
back. So
We
that's
definitely need more defenders for sure.
And then they're considering in doing the buyback clause for Diego Campillo and bringing him back
Which is wild.
from Juarez.
We always do that to ourselves, but
That's crazy.
I liked
take
him though. Like I didn't want when he left and he was young up and coming center back. I wanted him to go out on loan and come back. So
yeah.
I hope he comes back. And it sucks that we might have to do the buyback clause, but if you're gonna run a 3 center back system, you're gonna
They
need
have to
more.
be good. They have to be some good ones.
Well, not only that, you need more. So if hopefully Purata says, "Hey, I'm coming through," and then bring Campillo too.
Yeah. And I will say we have to recognize and give a shout out to the to the club for investing because they had to pay for Efrain Juarez straight up. Because I feel like a lot of times we complain, all right, that's a good piece, we'll take it. And then as far as like Brian Gonzalez is like they're using, other forms to get him, which it is what it is. If we're not gonna use Pocho, if we're not gonna use Beltran, I mean, use them as that money exchange. But yeah, hopefully we get a couple more signings and I'm excited, honestly, man.
For this next season. What else I'm excited for? I'm waiting to see when Nike announces the partnership. Okay,
I think it's too late for next season, bro. I think it's gonna happen the following.
So they're still gonna wear Pumas this season?
More than likely. I think we would have heard something already by now.
Damn.
I read somewhere that there's going to be a new uniform, a new jersey for Puma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think because they work on those like 6 months to whatever ahead of time.
Gotcha.
So it's probably already out. And I mean, it is what it is. It'll still happen, but we're going to have to wait a little
a little bit, but that's all right. Chivas jersey, right, Rob? Chivas jerseys are always
around
nice.
Christmas time. Ooh, put it on your Christmas wish list.
I got some Chivas Bajas that I saw on a page. Omar Gobea, they're saying that could be a moneda de cambio. Oscar Wally, his contract's coming up. Sepúlveda, probably a trade.
Damn.
Brizuela.
I heard about Brizuela. Yep, I heard about him.
Dude, Sepúlveda got called into the selección, which is crazy.
Damn. That is crazy.
So, we'll keep track. We'll keep track here on Los Fantasy Cuz and report to all Los Chiva Hermanos and keep you guys updated with all the news.
Yes, sir.
So, if you guys have anything else about Chivas, bring it up. If not, we should move on to our next segment. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Let's go. We got MLS now. There's been a lot of good games this past week or two, especially with mine and Eddie Sounders. We're up to 4th place right now. And Gabby's LAFC is at 6th place, but only by 3 points, Gabby. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
LAFC has 23 points. Sounders have 26 points. But who do we play next, Eddie?
We got Minnesota on Sunday at home again. Obviously, if we can get a result, we can jump them. And depending on the rest of the results, I mean, by the end of the weekend, we could end up in 2nd place somehow.
Yep, because the next 2 games coming up are Minnesota and Vancouver, too, right after that.
Yeah, and don't forget, Vancouver has the final on Sunday versus Cruz Azul in Mexico City.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I forgot about that one. So we'll be playing Vancouver after that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they traveled today, so I don't know when they'll get back, but, I mean, we're going up to Vancouver next weekend, and hopefully we can get another result. But, I mean, 1 game at a time, focus on Minnesota. I'm going to be there again, excited. I was there for the Dallas game, and yeah, it was. I was glad to see Rusnak get another goal. He's top 10 right now in the league, number 8 in the league for like non-penalty goals and assists. Like, so not including the penalties, he's still top 8.
Yeah, no, he's been playing really good. I know since the beginning of the season we've relied on him a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy that a part of the fan base didn't want him to get re-signed after last year.
That's right. It was kind of like sketchy.
It's one of those things where I feel like we're spoiled in the sense because, and this is for like all MLS teams. I feel like where everyone always wants that splashy signing. You know, it's like when you have a guy that's performing that's already here. Like, why do you want just a splashy signing? Yeah, it's exciting to get those new signings, but you know, if you have someone on your team already, why not?
Most of the time, those new splashy signings don't gel very well with the team.
which brings me into my next one where Ferreira finally got his goal.
Hell yeah.
His celebration was like,
yeah, like sal, sácate sal.
and then he did I'm here. Sorry, but I'm finally here. But honestly, even beside the goal, yeah, it was a little frustrating, but he hadn't been playing bad. It was just that little, he just had to check that little thing off, get his first goal. So I was also glad to see that, and hopefully that can help him trampoline and keep going to the next following weeks.
Jordan Morris is still out, right? Because
there's there's a rumor that he might be able to be on the bench next week versus Vancouver. But if it was me, bro, I'd hold him out. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That hammy, why risk it?
Yeah,
like, hold him out until the following week versus Botafogo, and go from there. But yeah, I mean, we got hit with the injury bug recently, bro. I mean,
what defender I saw got hurt too?
Well, yeah, first it was Morris, and then it was Jackson Reagan. He's been out since April.
Damn.
And then Yeimar went down last week versus Dallas. That one is a 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
So he might be ready for the Club World Cup. I mean, I can see he's gonna try everything to go for it. And then literally on Wednesday versus San Diego, Kim Keehee went down. So that's our whole back line right there.
Shit, dude. Because that young kid came in for Kim Keehee too.
Yeah, Stuart Hawkins, 18 years old. Not the best game against LAFC, but he came in solid on Wednesday. So academy product. Give him a shot,
minutes,
but not an ideal situation going into the Club World Cup. But we should have Reagan back. He was on the bench, and hopefully Yeimar. So
yay. Who, Gabby? Do you know what teams LAFC is coming up next with?
Yeah, after the game versus the Puercs, they play Sporting KC at home, so that should be good. We'll be a game back from here on out from everybody, but that's
sometimes that's a good thing.
I like being a game back. Yeah, I love being a game back because you can essentially control your fate a little bit towards the end of the season.
Yep.
Last week we went to Montreal. We're down 2-0. Future LAFC legend Olivier Giroud scored his first goal in the
how many freaking games has it been?
You see? So he finally got his first goal in a run of play, and then shout out to Newspaper Soccer Shop. Marky Delgado scored a goal with his new Newspaper Soccer Shop shoes. So
there we go. We gave out the good vibes.
Let's go.
So, Sporting KC, and then Toronto comes home after that. So we'll see. When's the MLS All-Star?
It's usually in July, August, but League's Cup starts in August, I believe. So who knows? Actually, that's a good question. They started putting out the voting for that the other day.
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. And it's Liga MX again?
I believe so.
The opponent for the All-Star game.
Yeah, Liga MX versus MLS.
And then transfer window opens January 1st? Or, July 1st?
No, it should be June 1st.
Oh.
At least for the Club World Cup, the 10-day thing.
Yeah.
But I think for MLS, it's summer.
Nice.
Gabby,
July 23rd, MLS All-Star Weekend.
Okay, not bad.
In Austin.
Gabby, we got to bring up the player that's on your back wall that we found out some news this week. I totally forgot.
Damn.
Carlos Vela. What happened?
He retired, man. He retired and got rehired by the club and is officially an ambassador.
What does that mean?
So he'll promote the club anywhere he goes. I'm assuming he will, you see how he's having a soccer camp?
Yep, we saw that.
I'm assuming if he finds a player in that soccer camp that he's like, oh, fuck, this kid's good.
He'll kind of have a funnel to go to, maybe LAFC.
He'll recommend them, hey, check this kid out. But he's just an ambassador. He's a promoter for the club. Wherever he goes, he's going to pretty much promote the club. We've never had one. I'm sure Sounders have one. or other teams have ambassadors where they just kind of promote the club.
Yeah, like Brad Evans.
Oh yeah,
is one of
yeah,
them.
true.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's cool. It's always cool to see because it's just like a cool way to keep one of your legends around,
yeah.
like even after the fact.
It
I always
sucks,
like
man.
that. I like it when players kind of get rehired by the team, and but
Yeah.
as far as like what he did for us, like you couldn't have asked for a better signing for an expansion team.
Dude, he was so good, dude.
There
He was
was
so
no.
good.
It was like a book. Like anybody would want that. You know, he. When I think about Carlos Vela, like I'm not gonna think about. I know he came out of Chivas, but I'm gonna think about Carlos Vela and LAFC, and then maybe Carlos Vela and Real Sociedad.
Yeah,
I'm
when
not
he
gonna
was
think
on
about.
fire
I'm not
out
gonna think
there.
about Arsenal or anything like that. Like he won his first major trophy with LAFC,
Mm,
Golden Boot, MVP.
yeah,
I think he's got the most goals out of a Mexican All Star. Like he did everything we could ever ask for our first signing for our first DP. So
he's going
Yeah,
down
that
in the
that
books.
that 2019 season was wild.
yeah, wild.
He was hot.
MLS Cup champion, two supporter shields, an Open Cup, MLS Best 2018, 2019, MLS MVP in 2019, Golden Boot in 19, All Star in 18, 19, 21, 22. He made it to two CONCACAF Champions League finals. Most goals by one player in a single season, 34 in 2019. Most combined goals and assists by one player in a single season,
There
49
you
in
go.
2019. Highest goals per game average in a single season. Fastest player to 20 goals in a single season. Most goals
Yeah,
scored by a Mexican player in MLS. Fastest player in MLS history to reach 75 plus goals and 50 assists. So I couldn't have asked for a better legend for my club. So
that's awesome.
put the statue up. Let's go.
Ahí está. It's coming. I bet you it's coming. I bet you they will.
As far
No,
as Mexican goes, he wasn't great because he didn't want to be great. But if he had that chicharito hunger, I think we would have been talking about one of the greatest players,
he could have.
Mexican
He had the
players in the
potential.
history of soccer, in the level of the Rafa Marquez's
Exactly.
and the Hugo Sanchez's and the Guardados, and like, pero no quiso. But it
Yeah, the
is what it is.
selección. I mean, he had his moments, bro. I remember that World Cup, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't think it's gonna hurt him.
No.
He's still up there on the list of the best to do it for our country. That's for sure.
One of my favorite goals was the Gold Cup, where like this someone like kind of like gives them a through ball versus USA, and he kind of like chips it
Oh yeah,
and like rolls in real slow.
yeah,
That was the same game, I think, where Gio shot it over Howard, I think.
yeah.
Mm,
The Pasadena game.
Yeah, yeah.
man, it's gonna be tough to not watch him play anymore. Uh,
Shout out Eric, his favorite team, San Diego.
oh yeah, his fourth team.
Chuky's got his work cut out for him.
To get to that level that Vela got to, yeah, Chuky's got a lot of work to do.
Didn't they play against the Sounders this week during the midweek?
We beat them 1-0,
Yeah,
Rob.
Wednesday.
That's a
Oh,
good
my
win right
team,
there.
my fucking
Yep.
team.
Yeah, we
Fuck,
didn't
man.
watch him. You didn't watch him.
Fuck.
That's okay because San Diego's in second place still right now with 27 points. So they're still not doing too bad. Seattle's a tough place to come play, Rob. If you didn't know that.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
I've been part of the crowd.
That one was a weird game. It was a 5:30 p.m. midweek game, and that I swear it had to be like one of the first times. But that day it was like 85 degrees. It was wild.
That's right. Rare time.
It was
rare
just
game.
just because the jump, because we were like chilling, and then Wednesday, whoop, and then Thursday came back down.
Dude, I played on turf most of my life, as you guys know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. I fucking hate it.
Oh, those summer games
Bruh, I
at
went back.
Robbinswood.
I went back to play. I haven't played on turf in forever. And the first time,
Yeah.
turf burn. That shit hurts so bad. Fuck.
When you take a shower, it hurts.
Dude, I was like literally like, fuck, I don't want to play here because it's so hot. Like it's so hot.
Yeah.
One, it's hot. My feet feel like they're melting.
Yep, same.
So then I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna slide tackle. I'm not gonna slide tackle. And I'm playing the whole game. At the end of towards the end, there's literally like 2 minutes left. Some kid, fucking here he goes into the box.
And you're like, no choice.
I saw the ball right there. I'm like, pues ya que? I slide tackle. Well, I missed the ball and I created a PK.
Oh, they called a PK?
Why he took it away, so I clipped him. But dude, pinchy turf burn. I was like, fuck. I was pissed.
So they ended up getting a PK and you ended up getting a rash.
Yeah.
Hijo de su madre.
Y cuando te bañas, ¿cómo se siente?
Mierdation.
Calculation.
What you know about those rug burns, Rob?
Station. Oh shit! I don't. That's where I'm saying I didn't play on turf or nothing like that. So
you guys play on grass on the flag football?
Yeah. Yeah, turf. But I don't like turf, bro.
But you don't got to slide on turf or on flag football.
If I fall, but no, we ain't falling, homie.
Damn! Imagine this guy falls, it's game over.
Se quebra algo.
All the West Coast.
When's the last time Seattle had an earthquake?
Bro, it's been a minute.
2001 or 2002. I was there.
Well, yeah, we live here.
Fun fact, Fabian was part of that.
I was there. I thought I was going to die.
You said 2001?
I think it was like 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, I remember clearly too. I was in computer lab.
Yep.
It's the longest time.
Ah,
cabrón, Rob. We don't want another one of those, Rob, so please don't put that out in the universe.
Bruh, I remember the biggest one I was in a memory foam foam fucking bed, and it was just like, oh shit, oh okay.
In LA, there's one every other weekend.
Literally.
No, está cabrón. Well, let's get it moving, you guys. Let's go on to our next segment. Rob's favorite segment, Major League Baseball.
Sheesh.
What do you know? What news do you have for us, Rob?
Well, league-leading home run hitter Ohtani hit 2 home runs today, baby.
What does that bring him to?
That brings him to 22. So,
okay.
And then also wanted to give a shout-out to Cal Raleigh. He actually he's now number 21, even though the Mariners just blew the game right now. And Andres Munoz gave up his first run of the year, and he basically blew the game. So
we lost to the Twins.
Bro, they gave up 6 in the 10th.
Yeah, bro.
De su madre.
We had it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you can't undersell that, Rob. Shout out Big Dumper, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, hey, Big Dumper's the first catcher to have 20 home runs before June,
before the end of May.
Yeah, before the end of May.
Crazy.
So, still has another day, and he's still mashing. I know we were talking about him like being one of the catchers to one of there's only 8 catchers that's ever gotten 40 home runs in a season. If he keeps it and stays hot, we'll see 50 maybe, huh?
He could be up there as MVP
Wild.
candidate, Rob.
I don't see it, especially with Judge. It's hard to, even though being a catcher is the hardest position, I don't see that Judge gets the, especially with Judge, he's going to hit 60 as well.
Yeah, true. It is hard. But
being
still,
being a catcher, his offensive numbers will hurt in July.
Big Dumper's going band for band, baby. Let's go. I got hope. Let's go.
Tell me in a couple months cuando
Big Dumper.
Give me. Well, other than that, I know right now the Dodgers and Yankees. That's a good series that I was curious about. I know after we ended up playing the Mets, and then so we've been playing some good opponents at this point. And at that point, for right now, where we ended up coming back against the Yankees, we were losing 5-2 or something like that.
Yep.
When I was noticing. So.
And then they tied it.
Yeah. So
5-2, and then they won 8-5. Let's go,
And
baby.
then they won. Yep.
yeah.
The
Which
comeback.
which team, Rob, do you think is like first place in MLB right now?
The Phillies, I think, right?
Yep, that's what I saw. The Phillies. And why do you think they jumped up?
They have they played easy schedules. They basically played some whack ass teams.
They took advantage of the opportunity for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. No,
But
they're a good team. We knew that they were a good team.
Well, it's
because
actually
of yeah.
the Phillies and the Lions. I'm sorry, the
You mean
Tigers.
the Detroit, not the Lions.
Yeah,
That's the football
the
team.
Tigers.
Oh yeah, the Tigers are 38 and 22.
Yeah.
Those two teams are battling for like who has the best pitcher because the Phillies have Zach Wheeler that's playing really freaking good right now, and Detroit has this guy I've never heard of, Tariq Skubal.
Oh, you haven't heard of that fool?
Nah.
Shit, that fool is solid. That fool's solid.
So they're pitching for these two teams is what's doing them getting them up there right now.
Yeah, solid teams right there for the. I know the Phillies ended up losing. I think today they ended up losing
To the Brewers.
to the Brewers. So, but besides that, before that, like, there's some teams that have started were like in a hot streak, then they get cooled off. So like right now, you'll see like a lot of teams like Arizona's on a decline. Um, what San Diego has kind of looked kind of slumpy, but they've
Yeah,
kind of still
man.
pull out wins. But
Exactly.
overall, I mean, it's pretty. We're in it right
Well,
now. It's still.
the top five teams I haven't moved too much. The Phillies, Detroit, the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Cubs. Like those have been the top five for these past few weeks or this past month. They've moved a little bit, but they've been in the top five for the most part. The Mets were actually up there for a while. They're the ones that dropped the most.
They're dropped a little bit, but they're still up there. I think if I'm gonna give a rankings of top teams, I'm gonna put in no particular order, but the Tigers, the Yankees, Phillies, Mets, and Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers.
Yeah, the Cubs they have to prove something to me first. Still,
Yeah,
they have some hot players right now.
they
That Pete Crew Armstrong, that full solid.
they do. The Cubs though do like rank top three in every category though. I did see that stat today. So that's what's keeping them up there too. That their offense is what's their RBIs and all that. They're in the top three in every category.
Well, yeah, they have a good they have a good lineup. Suzuki's performing. Their center fielder that's young is basically doing really well. So they're the best team in that division, I would say.
Bueno, bueno.
Yeah.
Who else? The Mariners are ranked eighth, just in ESPN rankings right now.
Oh, they're not in first place anymore. Fucking whack.
Fucking Astros won, yeah,
Fucking
because the
Astros.
Astros won today 2-1, and Mariners lost, so that puts the fucking Astros up in first right now.
It's all right. We're just riding the wave. We know this wave.
It's
The up and the
unfortunate.
down.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Solo quieren su. Yeah.
So yeah. To bring up Boston, Devers has been playing really good for them recently too.
They still not playing first base though.
So
Bro, he's been solid. I mean, I know a lot of. That's why they paid him. But at that point, it's not his glove. They paid him for his bat, right? So,
exactly. So we can't wait. We can't wait to see more games this summer. I mean,
Are you guys going to any games soon, at any point recently? Coming up?
I've been trying to do a double header, bro.
with what?
There's always some games where you can do Mariners and then Sounders right after, or vice versa.
What
I
did
just
we
got to
hear?
tell you this. You got to prepare because at our age, that shit's going to catch up to you real quick.
We'll be hurting at the end of the day.
Yeah, bro, you got to start off slow. Because you still got a whole nother 2 to 3 hours at the next game. But no, it's always fun, bro, when you get to do those. I don't know if you guys have ever done one, but good times, brother.
That's
Oh,
something.
I've gone to like a what is it? A Dodger game and a USC game before in like September. I've done something like that. I've done I think Lakers Dodgers as well. I think something like that.
Yeah.
So
If if my Sonics were still playing right now, we could almost do a trifecta. It could have been Mariners, Sounders, and then Sonics too. Because right now the NBA playoffs are going on right now too. So that leads us
Wait,
perfectly.
the Sonics are in it though. Oh wait, they're
No, digas
No,
eso. No,
fuck
digas
that
eso.
shit.
No, don't say that.
Hell no. There's a big difference between like the St. Louis Rams and the Oakland Raiders. Like this is a whole new team, supposedly, right? So it's like, don't even mention the Sonics. Like that shit pisses me off.
Pisses me off. I think it pisses all Sonic fans off.
hit the soundboard, Eddie. Hit the soundboard, Eddie. Come on.
Clay Bennett. I'm sorry. Hey, I didn't say anything.
Hey,
I don't know.
you can't sue the Los Fantasy because we're not speaking for Eddie.
Yep.
We're
Nope.
just-
I didn't say anything.
We're just speaking about our passion, so you can't judge us for being passionate, okay?
Man, the Supersonics, nah.
Nah, there's a reason why Gary Payton said like he would never retire his jersey there. Like he literally never played there. Like, so it's like, how are you gonna mention when you talk about like his historic events that they're like, oh, the OKC back in 2005. I'm like, bro, what?
Nah.
It just doesn't even sound right. Like when
cannot.
they try to throw in the stats on.
Yep.
Like,
So
what are you doing?
does the Thunder carry like Sonic's history with them or no?
It's a shared history, but
ESPN,
technically,
ESPN tells them.
That's lame.
technically Clay Bennett left. Like there's the banners and literally like all the memorabilia is still here in Seattle at a museum. That was the only good thing that he did is like he left the rights and literally like the banners and whatever that was related to the Sonics. So how do you do that? But then the team still has a shared history. Like why wouldn't you want to start fresh?
Yeah.
It's
Because-
crazy how they're still sell and they make the hats and all this shit for Sonics, but they don't
Exactly.
fucking have a team. Like
Not
they literally
affiliated
have a
with
fan
those
base. They literally have a fan base that wants a team for the longest time.
I think they're gonna get a team back.
Well,
I just-
going off
mean-
of Eddie's point too, I was bringing this up before we started this, that if Seattle gets a team and we call them the Sonics
I just
again,
realized Eddie's wearing a Sonics hat.
Yes, sir.
ahí está, mira.
And it's fuck OKC all the time. Yes, Rob, I'm
Fuck.
toxic. What you want?
Not when it comes to
It's
Argentina.
Clay Bennett.
Not when it
It's
comes to
OKC.
Argentina.
It's the players.
You're
The
like,
fans
yes,
maybe
sir.
not so
Yes,
much
sir.
because wait,
Hey,
what?
it's not their fault.
Nah, yeah, I don't blame the fans, but the players, the team, like nah.
Never gonna, because okay,
blame
so
the city. Blame the city. Blame your fucking city.
Oh yeah, they're a part of it.
So
They're
be
a
mad
part
at
of it.
Seattle, bro. Don't be mad at the NBA. The
Nah,
NBA
I'm mad at
runs their
them.
business.
I'm mad at them. I'm mad at the NBA. I'm mad at everybody.
King County. We're mad at King County.
Fuckers.
to finish off my point, if the Sonics were to come back, OKC can't share our history because we'll have the Sonics, we'll have the rights, we'll have the Sonics history. OKC, we'll have Sonics and OKC playing at the same time. So OKC cannot take some of our history.
Well, they shouldn't anyways. You're a different. It's a different team.
It's a different city,
Yeah, it's
different
easy to-
team.
yeah.
Like
Easy to differentiate it.
yeah. Plus, it's almost been 20 years.
Damn. When, like 2007, 2008?
2007 was the last season, so they moved over there and they
Damn,
started
bro.
in 2008. But there's been so many rumors. Like I used to get my hopes up so bad. Like when the whole Sacramento Kings thing saga happened, like I was like, here we go,
Please,
let's
please.
go, baby. That was like in 2012, bro, 2011.
Well, Eddie, when did Climate Pledge Arena get remodeled? When was it like officially done?
I mean, it's been I think like 3 years. I want to say however old the Kraken is, so like 3 to 4 years.
That's
So
right.
is that NBA ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually their space. They left rooms down there for
A locker room.
future NBA locker room.
That's
Ahí
badass.
está, ahí está. And so the other rumors too, Gabby, if you didn't know, is that Las Vegas is trying to get a men's basketball team too
Yep. But they're like, there's like freaking like three freaking stadium projects, like
in
right
Vegas.
now. And one of them is actually the same group, the Tim Lywicki and them, the same group that did the climate
Oh
pledge.
yeah, the Oak.
Yeah, the Oakview group.
Yeah.
That are trying to build a new stadium in Vegas.
Yeah, so they're because so Lywicki owns the fucking what is it, the Sheraton or whatever. So there's a piece of land that's empty that they bought. So Oakview Group is planning to build an arena here. And then there's another group. There's like three groups that are trying to build an
Yeah.
arena. But who knows? I mean, I don't know. You know what I think? This is maybe not my. I feel like when LeBron retires, he's gonna do everything he can to become an owner, and I think he's gonna
The opportunity right
want it.
there.
The Vegas opportunity is what he wants. I just, in my opinion, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Really, damn, I mean, that'd be a good foreseeable wish.
I
Coming
wouldn't
from
want
Los
that.
Fantasy.
I wouldn't want that.
You wouldn't want him to be an owner, or you wouldn't want a team in Vegas.
I would want him to be owner.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I want a team in Vegas so I can go watch the Lakers.
Oh, that, yeah.
Just like I
In
wanted a
that
baseball
case,
team- just like I wanted a baseball team here so I can go watch the Dodgers.
in that case, like that, right? It'll work, dude. Going back to OKC, they got the MVP of the league on their team, dude, and I've been watching him a little bit, and you know who he kind of reminds me of? If you guys can read my mind a little bit.
Well, give us a
Well, he's
how many years back?
of the player that he reminds me of
Yes.
a few years back. Like I don't remember when the last time this player played, but he played on your team.
On the Lakers?
Yep.
Not Gary Payton.
Nah, not Gary Payne. Doesn't remind me of one of my players. He reminds me of one of your guys' players from LA.
Don't
Not
say
Kobe.
Not Kobe.
That's his inspiration.
I don't
That's
know.
his inspiration.
So is Jason Tatum, and then
Don't get me wrong. I like him.
Yeah.
I like Alexander, but
If you guys like look up a little bit about him, he says Kobe Bryant was his biggest inspiration. So if you watch how he plays right now, a lot of his fadeaways, a lot of his turns, a lot of his shots look a lot like how Kobe Bryant used to play.
No, he's a point guard. He's not like a Kobe to me, but
I'm just saying the way he shoots,
yeah.
and that's what got him MVP this year.
Oh, the MVP not voted on yet, but he is probably going to win it.
No, it's official. He got
it
it.
is?
Yeah, it's official. He got it. They announced it this week.
Well,
damn.
tis-
Is Paul George still on the Clippers?
Nope, he's on the Sixers.
Because the Clippers drafted him, and when they traded him for Paul George, I was like, damn, he was playing really well as a young player on
For the Clippers, yeah.
Like he was playing really well as a young player, and then obviously Paul George at the time was Paul George, but now you're kind of wondering like, fuck, what if we would have kept him? You know?
You're a Clipper fan? I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
You want me to bring out all my
Oh,
shit?
don't get that started again, brother.
Get all my shit right now?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna bring something out that you're gonna like.
No, I'm going. I'm getting off. I'm already off. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I was dying. Did you guys see the Carl Anthony Towns like
Zesty motherfucker.
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's Los Thankful. Yup. That's sick.
Los Thankful.
Forever. Damn, that's solid.
That's nice.
Damn.
I didn't know
Shoot
he
the
had
link.
that.
Shoot the link.
Yeah, I didn't know he had that one.
Hella zesty. Ooh, you got two of them.
Boss. Forever. Very nice. I like
Damn.
it. Forever number 8.
The number 8.
Let's hear your most. Hey, Gabi, let's hear your most zesty.
One of my homies has a homie who has a brand called Los Thankful. So when that tragedy happened, he started making these jerseys, and my homie was like, "Hey, I got you." I was like,
That's badass.
$3.99. I was like,
Free 99?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
That's badass. So I'm just saying.
Before we get off, let's hear
SJ.
everyone's zesty Carl Anthony Towns impression. No, I'm kidding.
No. I didn't even see it. So I'm gonna have
Oh,
to.
you just know he's zesty.
No, está cabrón. So we know OKC's in the finals, but we don't know who their opponents are gonna be because the Knicks forced a game 6. Knicks forced a game 6.
Rob might be on.
Oh, I know. Knicks. Don't give the Knicks.
No, but the Knicks can't win in 6 though. The Knicks can't win in 6. The Knicks have
No,
to
I
win
know,
in
but
7.
hey, all right. Hey, but hey, we'll see whoever wins. But that's the games tomorrow, so there's a lot of good games this weekend. So we'll be definitely keeping up with a lot of stuff going on to report on next week for sure. So definitely we'll wrap up. I think at this point, but next week we'll definitely talk about recapping a lot of this stuff and then possibly going into the NBA Finals, who we predict.
Exactly. So, any other last topics that you guys want to bring up before we leave?
I just want to give a shout out to News Soccer Shop for coming on last episode. That was a cool one for us, and I just want to say be on the lookout tomorrow or when this comes out. It should be live. We're doing a little collab giveaway with his page, so be on the lookout for that.
That's badass. So what? Someone's gonna be getting some shoes, Eddie, or what?
2 winners for the whole newspaper soccer shop, like a care package of all his stuff that he provides. It's gonna be nice.
There we go.
Plus-
That's awesome.
Plus a credit, like a $160 credit to buy some shoes.
What more do you want?
What more do you want, cuz? What
Yeah,
more
but-
do the cuz want?
And another shout out to my cousin Rob for the Locomotives. They're in second place right now on the table, and they have a Jägermeister Cup division game tomorrow. So they're in the cup. So still group stage, but shout out, they're looking good. So
Wishing them good vibes over there so they
Go
can
get
win.
it, go get it, Rob.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
But any last throwouts, Gabby, for you?
Nah, man, I'm just gonna drink beer tomorrow and watch the game.
Let's go.
That's what I got.
let's get it. Let's get it.
So, all right then, guys. I think that does it for this episode then. That was a good episode. Thank you guys for listening to us. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at Los Fantasy Cuz. We also have Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So please go on there, give us a follow, give us some likes, give us some comments so that we could keep making this podcast caliente for all those cuz.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. Hey, Fabian still hasn't dropped his OnlyFans yet, but he'll soon drop it out and shout it out for you guys too. So.
It's along the lines of Fierro.
Fierro. Just look for him soon. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys, everybody. It was fun again. We'll be ready next week.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Fabian's OnlyFans.